Welcome to Automate and Learn with Yogesh, where today we will learn about Amazon S3 lifecycle rules. Okay, so let's start our session. So here we will learn about S3 lifecycle with practical as well. So what is S3 lifecycle? It's a predefined set rules which automatically moves or delete objects based on time, right? So what can lifecycle rules do? It basically have some features where we can have to change the storage classes, that is for transitioning, move data to cheaper storage, where our data would be changed with some storage classes. Say example, your S3 standard storage class would be changed to S3 standard IA or glacier or deep archive, depending upon the aging of the storage object which is stored in the bucket, right? Next we have expiration. Expiration means automatically deletion of old data. Here, it is useful for logs and temporary data. If your data is not used for much time, or say it is stale data, so you can select this expiration, and your data will be expired or deleted. Then we have version management. If versioning is enabled in the bucket, version management can be done, and those old versions are maybe deleted or remove delete markers. These two things can be doable in this thing in the version management of lifecycle rules. So basically, lifecycle flow is say example, say if you have day zero, first of all, at starting if it's S3 standard, then after 30 days you can change to standard IA based upon the condition and requirements what is required over there. After 90 days, it can be changed to glacier, deep archive, and after 365 days or 1 year, the file can be deleted if it's not required. So some of the key components of a life cycle. First of all, the scope, like where all objects needs to be applied. So you can set whether the policy or the life cycle rules should be applied to all of the objects or specific objects which you need, or some specific prefix. Say for example, slash logs, slash images, or some keyword starting with some prefix. So that is also doable. Also along with some object tags. So you can alter and change this based upon your needs. Then we have actions, like we have some transition actions as well as expiration actions. So transition means basically moving the objects of the storage classes. Say example, standard IA, one zone IA, glacier classes. So this can be set a transition or changed from one class to another class. After that, we have expiration actions, say deletion of current versions, deletion of previous versions, and cleaning some delete markers. So whichever is applicable. So here my S3 console is open over here. So when I am having two buckets already created over here. When I go to one of my bucket, I go to management. Then over here I have life cycle rules. Okay. So currently no rules are created. So we will try to create a rule. Click on create lifecycle rule. You can name any name. Say I'm naming is at one ABC. You can name it as per your convenience. Here, as I said, we have to select a scope of object where we need to limit the scope with some filters or apply to all of the objects in the bucket. If we are selecting with this one, then the specific object will be selected. For applying all objects, all of the objects in the bucket will be selected. Say for example, I'm going with this part. Also, you can add some prefix. Say for object starting with some specific letters or specific objects. Say example ABC slash all algorithms, or some log files, say log 1, log 2, log 3, and so on. So you can enter those prefix, and based on those prefix, all the objects related to the prefix keyword will be selected. So currently I'm ignoring this. Then here we have lifecycle rules. Here we have around 5 options. We will learn these 5 options, that what these five options do. So here are my five options. Like basically we have transitioning actions, and in transitioning we have two options over there. Like transitioning current versions of the objects. There is a default version whichever is using or is in use, and transition between non-current options. Like some older versions or the previous version where versioning is enabled. So this older versions are moved to cheaper storage. Then we have expiration and deletion objects. Here we have along three types of options over there. Expiring current versions of the objects. As a name suggests, deleting the latest version after a set number of days. Then we have permanently delete non-current versions. Here, what it do is it deletes older versions like non-current versions which are non in use, the previous versions to help reduce storage cost if versioning is enabled. Here, versioning should be enabled in order to use this object. Then we have deleted, expired or delete markers. If suppose we delete some object, it creates a delete marker, and those older delete markers can be deleted or cleans up. Also, if you have some failed multi-part uploads where common multi-file are very obsolete and it's stale and it's not in use, so those delete markers and old multi-file multi-upload files can be deleted. Again, we are back to our console. As we have gone through the all the versions, we can select a specific version. Say I am going with transition current versions between storage classes. So here I need to acknowledge the thing. Okay. So after transitioning, I am getting here add transition icon over here. So the current my selected storage class is standard. So you can select as per your needs. Say for my purpose, I need to transition it to standard IA. After specific say 30 days, even after 30 days, I can add another transition. I can select intelligent tiering. Remember this, the storage class goes from up to down, not up to not down to up. So the hot to cold region, like hot region which frequently access to less frequently access. So in this sequence only you can select this life cycle versioning, and you can select any of the storage class whichever is required as per your use case, and you can select the number of days from here. Then again we have non-current versions. If I select this checkbox, I have these settings over here. Similarly, I can select the classes over here and select the number of days. Then we have expire current version of objects. Say if I'm enabling this, I'm getting a number of days after object creation. Say for after 30 days, its version will be expired and the objects may be deleted. Then we have permanently delete non-concurrent versions. Here also you can set the number of days which you want to specify. After that, the objects in the bucket would be permanently deleted, which is the non-current versions of the objects. Then we have delete expired objects, delete markers or incomplete multi-part uploads. Here also it will specify whether you want to uh, delete these files. Incomplete multi-part uploads. If you want to enable this, you can just select this checkbox over here. And currently it's not enabled for me. Like you cannot enable delete expire objects markers if you enable expire. So I have already enabled expire, so I'm not able to see the settings. It's grayed out. So if I uncheck expired one, I can able to see and change those settings. After it, we have review transition expire actions. Whatever settings or changes I have rules I have selected, this is displayed over here. Say for day 0, day 30, day and so non-current versions and so on. So if everything is as per your specific requirement, you can create a rule, and after creating a rule, it will be have a lifecycle configuration in your bucket. So some of the important rules you should know that minimum storage duration. Some of the classes have minimum storage duration. Standard IA for 30 days, deep archive for 180 days, and so on. if move that object is moved or deleted early, you may income some extra charges. So this thing need to be taken care. Also, life cycle is not instant. It runs once daily and may take time to apply. And as I said, it cannot move backwards. That is from cold to hot. It only moves from hot region to cold region. That is like frequently access data to less frequently access data. Then versioning behavior. It only if versioning is enabled, rules apply separately to currently versions and non-concurrent versions to the previous versions. For this is the production pattern. Raw data, firstly it's S3 standard. After 30 days is process data. After 90 days it's archived, and after 180 days it's for compliant storage purpose, div archive for 1 year, and after that if it's not required you can delete the data. So such process is followed in production. Some of the pro tips we have: using tagging for smart life cycle in order to identify, based on tags we can identify our objects. So this is good to go. You can add tags. Combining with intelligent tiering a different storage class, so you can combine both these things with life cycle rules. Then we have some cost optimization trick. First, move the large data and rarely access data early. Then keep frequent access data that is in standard storage classes. Memory trick: transition is equal to save money and expire is equal to clean data. So that's all for today. If you like my video, stay tuned and subscribe my channel. Thank you.